Have you seen this foundation? It is blowing up everywhere, or at least it was several months ago. Hi, I'm wygowarrior, aka Julie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, WYGO stands for when you get old. Yes, I am old, and therefore I am not into all of the social medias. I happen to have a YouTube channel, yay for me, but I don't do TikTok, I don't do Instagram, so I am typically late to the train. So I recently found out about this Tirtir Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation, which apparently went viral. It's a kbeauty brand and is supposedly Japan's #1 foundation. So what I find interesting is there's a sticker there that says exclusive to Amazon. However, any of the screenshots you will see in this video I got from YesStyle, who also sells it, and a couple other kbeauty type online shopping stores carry this. So I'm not sure why it's an Amazon exclusive, but that's what the sticker says. So this retails for $25. I was able to pick it up for $17.50 during the Amazon Prime Day sale. And today on YesStyle, it is also going for $17.50, where oddly on Amazon it's $23.71. So basically, if you're eyeing it, look for a sale. I picked mine up in the shade 21N, which is ivory. Now, I do use kbeauty foundations or BB creams, which I love. My favorites are from Misha and from Purito. Both of these are in 21, and I will do some swatches. I also went through my collection and look what I found. Apparently, I already own some cushion foundations, which obviously I don't use very often. This one's actually from Wet n Wild, and I actually have a cushion foundation from Misha, which is also kbeauty. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's a beautiful red oval component. It has a push open for the compact. It comes with a mirror, and it also has a little squishy pad to dip into the product. The product itself is underneath this plastic cover, which, alright, there's a little button here. I just can't see very well staring in my monitor. How do you do that? Alright, what I thought was the button is actually the hinge. You just grab from the other side, lift up, and it comes with a foil topping or to protect it. So let me get that open and we'll take a look and then do some swatches. The instructions are all in what I'm going to presume is Korean. There's an arrow and it's kind of flipped up. So I'm just going to grab it and then peel around and oh, I'm already getting to the product. All right, I'm going to try to let you see, but I need to see as well so I don't mess up. All right, so yeah, it's just kind of like a yogurt top. You just kind of peel it off. There we go. That is what the product looks like. So I'm going to pop off camera, finish up the swatches, put my hair up, and then come back and do the try on. All right, here are the swatches, which hopefully you'll be able to see. My lights are very bright. Also, these are very good shade matches for me, so you won't be able to see much, but I'll walk you through it. So right here we have the Tirtir. Right next to it is the Misha Cushion Foundation, and right here is the Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation. Down below, just for color matching, we have from Purito the Cica Clearing BB Cream in the shade 21. Right here is the Misha BB Cream in the shade 21. And just in case anyone wants to know if 21 is the perfect color for them, here is the Purito Cica BB Cream in the shade 23. Now, supposedly this foundation has really good wear time. It's supposed to be moisturizing or not dry you out, yet be sustaining and good if you have oily skin. I happen to have dry skin, so we will see how it works on my mature dry skin. I'm going to use the little cushion that was provided. I watched a video from Robert Welsh, and he explained that it's best to put one finger in and keep two out when you press down, which is interesting because I would always put two in. But I'm going to go with his tip, and then we'll see how this works out. Now, what some people have been doing incorrectly, from what I've learned, is they press down with their front fingers and they get too much product. You're supposed to literally just press it evenly, and when you pull it up, it's going to look like you don't have that much product on, but of course, I pressed really hard. Anyways, if you don't see much product, trust that there's product. You're also not supposed to drag it on your face. You're supposed to tap it on. So, enough rambling. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to do this side first because this is where I have hyperpigmentation, and I'm curious how well it will cover up such darkness and spots. All right, let's see. First impression, how is the shade match? I almost picked up 23. I went for 21. Honestly, when it comes to kbeauty between 21 and 23, I'm like a 22. I will buy both because kbeauty BB creams are super affordable. They come with SPF, and I'm not talking SPF 30, like SPF 40 or higher. They are great neutral tones, meaning they aren't super yellowy, which I personally don't like for my skin tone. And they're super affordable. So the price of buying 2 different shades is like cheaper than buying one of even a drugstore brand now. All right, so that is just my first tapping on. And I must say, look how well that covered up my hyperpigmentation. All right, I'm going to continue on. I'm not even going to dip in. I'm just going to see what's kind of remaining. Like, is there enough to do my forehead? Which, honestly, I don't put too much on my forehead because I have bangs. And so it's like, why bother? Nobody's going to see it. I usually just whatever's on my cheek. And then whatever remains on either the brush or the sponge I'm using, I'll just pull it up. And let's get some on the side of my nose. I don't want to go under my eyes because I'm going to use a concealer, but let me know if you've used this. Is it okay to put under your eyes? Can it work as a concealer? But let's bring a little down here. I have to remember, don't drag to pat. But dang, for a first impression, I am impressed. All right, I'm going to do the other side off camera so this video isn't too long, and then we will take a closer look. All right, both sides are now done. Let's take a closer look. Now, what I find interesting, I'm not a super big fan of the little poof. It's nothing against Tirtir, just poofs in general. Maybe it's because I have fat fingers. It's rather small, and so sticking one finger in and just doing this, it took a little longer. It was starting to, I don't want to say hurt, but just, it wasn't as pleasant, this position with my finger, as grabbing a sponge that and just blah, 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 blah. So I'm wondering, can you use a sponge or will it pull up too much product? Interesting. I'm also curious about up here, because normally when I apply foundation, I have discoloration on my upper lids. So I will take whatever's remaining on the brush or sponge up top. I guess we can try it. I don't want to dip back in because it does kind of pull up a lot of product, even though I was trying to be very gentle. But let's grab just a little tap. All right, I don't know if that did anything, but we're going to assume it did. And let's see what kind of damage we can do up top here. By damage meaning I will probably regret this, but let's just give it a try. All right. Yeah, that kind of covered it up. Now, I noticed on my swatch, on my hand, it seemed to oxidize, but I will have to notice in editing. I can't tell. And also, on camera, I'm looking like 2 shades lighter than I look in real life. When I look in this mirror, it looks like a perfect shade. It's, you know, my neck is matching my face, but on camera, I'm looking kind of Casper-y. Trust that I'm not in real life. But once I put my bronzer on and my blush and get the rest of my makeup on, I think even looking Casper-y on camera, it will look better. But I just wanted to point that out. All right. I'm going to zoom in case anyone is super curious how it looks. I am 57 years old, so I come with many wrinkles and lines. And as you saw pre-foundation, I do have a big old sunspot. I can still see it slightly, but not compared to other products. Where else can we check? Around the nose, I do often have redness. It covered up the redness. All right, I'm gonna finish up my makeup and then I'll come back and do a check-in several hours later to see how is it holding up. Also to let you know, does it feel dry? Does it feel weird? Is it separating? Right now, it feels, I don't want to say tacky, but like it hasn't set down all the way. I can feel a little something, and my skin feels a hair taut or dry, or maybe it's just because it's, I don't want to say tacky because it doesn't feel tacky, but it hasn't settled down yet. So let me do that, and then once I do a check-in, I'll let you know if that sensation remains or if it was just because it hadn't fully dried down. All right, I'm doing a quick little check-in. I just finished applying my makeup, and there's one thing that occurred to me that probably won't work best with this type of foundation. So I went a little ham on my blush. It happens. I am a makeup enthusiast, not an MUA. But what I can do to fix that when I normally apply my foundation is I'll take the brush or sponge that has remaining foundation and I'll just tap it around, mellow it out, blend it in, and it looks fine. Question is, how do I do it with this? I mean, granted, I could grab the same poof and, dip it in, but then I'm thinking, how do I clean this? And I don't know, I guess we will give it a try. I'm just gonna barely tap. We have a little on there. I don't know how this is gonna work, and I fear I'm gonna have blush now on this for the next time I need to, plus this is more of a pat instead of a blend. Oh, no, I just put it all on top. I'm just gonna grab my normal brush that I use and just kind of pounce it around because I feel like I really messed it up. But something to consider when you choose a cushion foundation is if you mess up, how do you blend and fix? All right, I am back. It's been about 6 hours since I originally filmed. This is what we're looking like, and I've definitely had enough time to figure out my thoughts on this product. First off, I don't know, with my lighting, it's hard to see. In real life, it oxidizes, and originally I thought it was a really good match. It's close, but it's a hair too, I don't want to say too dark, it's a little too yellowy and a little dark, but that could possibly be because I went ham on my blush and I tried to fix it by putting more bronzer on. I don't know. It just is not my perfect shade match. It's close. Second, this feels so dry on my skin. It's slightly better now, but for the first hour to 2 hours, I felt tautness. And it's still not tacky, but I can still, using my fingers, feel something. Like it's not fully set. And it's been 6 hours. Not my favorite. I also think I am really used to having glowy skin. And supposedly this is supposed to leave a glass-like skin look. I don't know what that means because to me glass-like skin should be dewy and I'm not getting the typical dewiness that I prefer. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of this. And sadly, or typically when something goes viral, I don't get it. Or it's just maybe not meant for mature, dry skin. I don't know. Leave me your comments, thoughts down below. I've spoken to a few of my friends who do really like it. So that's awesome. Maybe it's because we have different skin types. It's possible this works better if you have oily or combo skin. My skin being normal to dry, it does a good job of covering stuff. but just feeling your skin just kind of, and I went to town with a setting spray because I needed some kind of a moisture. It helped a little, but no. But this is a first impression. I will definitely have to try it again. Maybe I used too much product, even though I don't feel I did. Yeah, and I'm definitely going to use a different blush. I was using the one size, these clapper ones, and yeah, let's just say unintentionally I ended up going heavy-handed, which I often will do, but as I explained earlier, at least you can take a damp sponge and kind of tap it away or grab your brush. How do you do that with this cushion product? I attempted to do it with that little pad, but I feel like it put more product on. I don't know. It wasn't as easy to do as it is with a damp sponge. But let me know your thoughts on this product. How do you feel it looks? Again, filming studio, bright lights, you aren't getting the full visualization of what I can see. It's just a little, the oxidization and it's slightly kind of yellowy orange or warm, even though I selected 21N, which I thought stood for neutral, but maybe in Korean beauty it stands for something else. Again, it's not horrible. Mainly what's bugging me is my skin feeling extra dry and taut. Alright, I could ramble on about how this isn't the perfect match for me. Honestly, if you have dry skin, the Misha or the Perito are fantastic and half the price. You can pick up 2 shades for the cost of this one cushion foundation. But now I want to hear from you. Have you given this product a try? Do you love it as much as it's gone viral? Or is that just the typical how the internet works? Somebody raves about a product and then every other creator decides to review it as well, and so it kind of feels more viral than it actually is? Or is this truly a really good product and just my skin type isn't digging on it? Alright, I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so by now, I would love if you would subscribe. For those who have, thank you so much. Remember to click that bell icon so you can be notified of future videos. And if you could do me a big favor, clicking on the thumbs up really does help with my channel to grow. Alright, thanks everyone!